Previously on Plotty Time. To a small island in the Pacific.
To an uncharted island.
Oh, they said the name of the game.
And these fucking hidden rooms and shit that just open to like the backyard. Put. Here comes Gabriel, or not Gabriel, Victor Sullivan.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Why do some people love sausages and other people hate sausages? No fucking reason.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I am familiar with the works of Pablo Neruda.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, try not to shoot yourselves. Don't shoot each other, but especially don't shoot me. Welcome to Plotty Time. So this week, we got nothing for the crevice.
What?
We were perfect last week.
Flawless episode.
I don't even remember what we recorded last week. Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, flawless.
Oh yeah, we were on top of that.
I think part of the flawless was because we all had such intimate Disney knowledge from seeing all the movies before.
Probably.
Yeah.
And every time we were curious, we just worked through it and someone knew the answer. So
That's what we do with everything.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that.
Jesus. First cutout point. Since someone can't shut his fucking mouth, let's start with what did we do? What did we watch? What's going on, Dr. Syintist?
Well, I played a lot of Ikoria on Arena, which was annoying. Mm-hmm. And I played and beat Doom, the 2016 one.
About
Thoughts?
time.
Yeah, it was,
Would it take you 2 weeks?
yeah. I don't know how you do it on harder difficulties. It was almost impossible on easy.
It's a tough game.
The bosses are ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't do it this time around. I just wasn't into it as much.
Oh, like every other game?
Mm-hmm.
That's classic Chump Slap.
I watched Underwater. The movie.
Oh, is that the one with
Kristen Stewart?
Yes.
And TJ Miller.
How was it?
It's all right. It's all right. I'm pretty sure Chump Slap saw it.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, well, maybe I'm... Yeah, it's all right. It's classic underwater explosions happen movie. It's good.
Explosions? Are they like miners? What's going on?
Yeah, they're like drilling in the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that explains that.
Earthquakes and stuff.
It's like Armageddon underwater.
More like Deep Impact.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I also watched Gretel and Hansel.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, me too. I watched that. What'd you think?
On my list.
It was all right.
Wait, did we all watch it this week?
It's on my list.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's on my list.
Interesting.
Wow. We'll talk about it when Poppascotch comes up, so we're all at the same
Yeah,
point.
there we go.
And other than that, I started watching Eureka again, the show. So there's that.
I remember the name, but not anything about the show.
It was a sci-fi show where a bunch of like the best scientists in the world live in this secret town in North Dakota, and they develop all kinds of weird science fiction-y stuff. And
Is it a documentary?
not supposed to be.
What it is.
But yeah, it's an enjoyable show for me. Lots of science.
Oh, there we go. That's your jam.
Yep.
Sure is.
What about you, Chump Slap? Throw some slap.
Oh, we're done. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did. And work, the
What
usual.
did I do? Played a little Minecraft.
Oh, did you find those giant crabs?
No.
No.
Did you get crabs?
No.
I don't know. I thought they added a whole bunch of new creatures, and one of them was giant crabs.
Yeah, they didn't add them to the version I'm playing yet. But
Oh.
Gotcha.
started Iconoclast.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
It's right down Poppascotch's alley,
Metroidvania. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I thought about getting it when it goes on sale.
Don't mean to brag, but I am the Metroidvania expert on this show.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Fantastic.
Let's compare it to something. Another Metroidvania. Axiom Verge or Ori and the Blind Forest.
Sure.
Okay.
or Hollow Knight or
Okay.
any one of those.
Kind of difficult, kind of.
Not really. I'm playing on normal difficulty, but you can up it if you want.
I'll get it when it goes on sale.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like Metrovania.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. As for watchings, I watched
Here we go.
Gretel and Hansel.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, did you?
It's interesting. I watched Hansel and Gretel get baked.
That came up in my recommendations after I watched it.
Wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be, but it was pretty bad.
I mean, you had low expectations going in.
Yeah, it's a slapper. And then after that one, I watched Starleaf.
Oh, I thought you were going to watch Hansel and Gretel with Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
Yeah, he just went for a beat.
But Starleaf's about an alien marijuana strain.
I've seen that. I've actually seen that one. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, and like a soldier with PTSD.
I'm pretty sure I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, I think
And
I've
they're
seen
not-
it twice because I put it on this week and I was like, I saw this before.
You're not allowed to leave the area with it.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the log line here. Hikers find a secret grove of extraterrestrial marijuana and must fight for their lives when they anger the otherworldly forces protecting the place. It sounds amazing.
That's kind of misleading because they're looking for this place.
Yeah, they know where it is. They
Yeah.
have a map to it and everything. But yeah.
Well, I mean, it comes in at a brisk hour, 17 minutes. I don't know how it could be bad.
Hey, that's 77 minutes to you.
Yeah, what was I forget who said it, but they said 80 minutes is the mark of a terrible movie.
Probably Einstein.
Probably, yeah.
Or maybe Lincoln.
In the back of his notebook.
That's like the best length for a slapper, though. I also watched Middleditch and Schwartz. Did you watch that?
I haven't watched it yet. I plan to. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, if you enjoy their improv, it's funny.
Yeah, there were a lot of people were saying like improv just doesn't transfer well to video,
No, because it all seems scripted.
but I heard it was good.
Yeah, but these guys are obviously making it up.
Yeah, but it still seems scripted. They probably make up the script too.
I think they probably talk about like ideas, like concepts.
Whoa, like a philosophy podcast?
Yeah, like they get super baked and then talk about like baked and talk about like extraterrestrial marijuana that grows in the hills and they're gonna go find it. Crossover episode.
Oh, that is weird that they brought that up 3 times in the 3 episodes. No, but I don't know if you like them. If you like their comedy Bang Bang appearances, check it out. It's good stuff.
What a way to rate them. If you like their comedy Bang Bang
Well, it's
appearances.
like if you like their improv on Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah, they've been touring with that show for like 2 years now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess they got to be pretty good at it. They're selling places out.
Yeah, but it's different every day, so who knows?
So you can go to the early show and the late show.
Exactly.
Not now.
You're welcome, rich celebrities.
Moving right along. I watched this movie called Orcs with an exclamation point.
Oh, and a Z?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it can't be good.
It's about these orcs that escape from a national park. Their cave
Sure.
collapses and they come out to the surface and
Did
start
people
killing
know they exist before they...
No, there were rumors, but no one's ever seen them because they were stuck underneath.
The Bigfoots kept them in check?
Wasn't that good, but
Oh, I assumed that.
it was something.
I don't know. It sounds great.
All right, we're gonna move it to the slapper of the week.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, here we go.
It's called Butt Boy.
Oh, I saw that. Well, I didn't see it, but I saw it like come up, and I read the description. I'm like, that can't be right.
It's fucking weird. Yeah.
No, really? Do I really want to ask what it's about?
Yeah. It's
Yes,
about,
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
it's about a detective who's a recovering alcoholic, and his sponsor or whatever is this weird guy, and a kid goes missing at this sponsor's work, and the detective thinks that this guy sucked the kid up into his butt, and that's why things are going missing.
Oh, normal detective thoughts. Yeah. I'm guessing it stars Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And
Obviously. Classy. It's classy.
Brad Pitt.
It's 100% a slapper if I've ever seen one.
Oh, okay. What did I do? Cool. My turn?
Yeah, I guess.
I played Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I played Modern Warfare 2. And on both of them, I'm one trophy away from the platinum, and on both of them, I really don't want to fucking do that last trophy.
Then don't.
I can't not.
I thought about getting the platinum in Doom, but nobody's playing multiplayer.
Yeah, good luck beating the fucking Ultra Nightmare level 1. I couldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw, I don't know if the glitch is still there, but you know how in that first level, you like get to, it's in the very, very, very beginning, you get to like a cliff and you jump down the cliff and that's where like the level starts and you see enemies and stuff. If you jump down and hit a certain part of a rock, it apparently just vaults you to the end of the complex there. Like, you ever see those glitches where they just, you hit a spot and you like remember the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas one with the swing set?
Where you could just launch in orbit.
Yeah, exactly. You just walk up to it, hit it at the right angle, and just fly into orbit. Same concept. But I don't know if it's still there. But, so...
What do you have to
Modern
do
Warfare
in
2.
Modern Warfare?
Fucking time trial, dude.
Oh, to scratch that. All right, what do you got to do in Resident Evil 2?
I have to beat the Ghost Survivor mode. Now, that is... I did all the playthroughs, got all the trophies in the main game, and they have additional Ghost Survivor mode where you start in an area of the map in the sewer, and you're playing as one of those guys who were in the team that killed Birkin. One of those badass soldier guys.
Okay, the guys that like shot him. Okay.
Right, and it's like an extra additional mode where you only have so much ammo and you have to get to the extraction point, which is in the police station. So you have to fight your way through and dodge enemies and get through, and it's so fucking hard. I think if I eventually kept doing it, I'd get it, but maybe I'll watch a speedrun video, because all those guys always teach you like the easiest way to get by.
Yeah, but they're so much better at it than you are.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And those are the two things. I played a little bit of Chell, not too much. Keep those muscles going.
What is Chell?
NHL 20.
Okay. All right.
And then I really want to get those two games done so I can start on Doom again.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I also played the game that was it's free last month, that Golf 2019 game.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Tiger Woods, but it's still fun.
I don't think I even downloaded it, so it's lost forever.
Oh, you could buy it now.
Yeah.
Dude, that was one of the games where it happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to you guys. I'm sure it's happened to everyone. Where you see a sale, you buy the game, and then like a month or two later, it's fucking free.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that one got me. I think I paid like $20 for it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm playing this goddamn game.
Good for you.
It. Yeah. Thank you. This is the nicest thing you ever said to me.
It is.
All right. What did I watch? I finished up Devs, which I don't know how you guys would feel about it, because it's weird. So Chump Slap, you'd probably like it. But it's also science-y, but kind of horseshit. So Dr. Syintist, I think you'd like it.
But kind of horseshit kind of turns it
Or
off.
you'd both hate it. Well, it's I can't tell you anything about it because it'll spoil the reveals for it.
I'm not going to watch it.
Whoa. I might.
I hate computer programmers.
You would.
But there's no programming in it. But they do act like a bunch of self-entitled assholes. But that's
so it's
kind of
like
the
Big
point.
Bang
You're supposed
Theory.
to hate them. Yeah. Except they're way less funny and way more terrifying.
All right, which one's less funny?
Nice. Chump Slap, I'll tell you, check out the first episode and you'll know if you're in or not.
All right. Sounds good.
I also watched 2 horror films. One was called Light from Light.
Oh, was it about Trump? Is that where he got the idea?
I wish. No, it was about Jim Gaffigan's in it.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's playing a serious role. A guy who it was just him and his wife. His wife was in a plane accident and died. Mm-hmm. And now he thinks his house is being haunted by her or spirits around. So he hires this woman who's like an amateur ghost hunter. And I thought it was going to be like, well, they don't. I thought it was going to get wacky. Like, I thought it was going to be creepy. But it was like an acting think piece. You know what I mean? Like, lots of great scenes between you. Jim Gaffigan nailed it.
Huh.
But
It's actually pretty good. I like Jim Gaffigan.
he was really, and he was like completely serious, not going for any laughs. He was really good.
When you said serious before, I thought you were going to say serial killer. I was like, oh, that'd be a good movie.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Oh, I'd watch the fuck out of that. We'll brainstorm a script after this.
All right.
And then I also watched Creep, which was the movie that Mark Duplass did.
Where he
It's from like
hires
2014.
cameraman or something.
Yes, he hires a
I've seen
cameraman
that, yeah.
to document.
It's weird.
And it wasn't that good. I mean,
no, I didn't like it either.
if we would have made the exact same movie, no one would have gave a shit. The only reason anyone saw it or the reason it got distribution is because Mark Duplass was in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I also, it's funny that there are basically only 2 roles in the whole thing, and I think he played the wrong one. Like, I think if they would have switched it, it would have been much better.
I think I agree with you there.
They should get Taco from the league in it.
Yeah, he would have.
Oh, that would have been
Jean
that would
Lajoie.
have been great. Okay, I still got. I watched a bunch of Community because it just came to Netflix. We talked about that last week, and I also saw The Gentleman, which I enjoyed rather a lot.
What is it?
That was The Gentleman. That's the new Guy Ritchie British mobsters movie he made
Oh,
with what's his name from Sons of Anarchy. Did we talk about it? I feel like we
Danny
talked about
DeVito.
it. It's not. You always say Danny DeVito.
it's never
Always?
Danny DeVito.
I think that's the first time. I usually say Bobcat Goldthwait.
No.
That you did say a lot. It's if you like Guy Ritchie British gangster movies, then you'll like this. That's really what it comes down to. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I usually like his shit.
And then I also checked out this movie. Did you guys ever hear of Gretel and Hansel?
Oh,
No.
Is it have Zoolander?
Yes.
What?
Hansel, he said.
Oh. I was like, oh, wait, maybe we're talking about the different movie.
I liked it. I thought it was really atmospheric and really creepy.
It was extremely dark, but
It was very. I don't think I'd watch it again.
No, the
It
ending
wasn't
kind
fun.
of bothered me.
yeah, it was a little.
I didn't really get it. I didn't really understand the end.
I kind of enjoyed it up until like halfway through, and then it started going downhill.
Till it became like a teenage girl empowerment movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was weird.
rather watch Frozen.
I mean, if you want something atmospheric and weird and creepy, go for it. It'd make like a good double feature with Midsummer.
Yeah, that'll work.
I still haven't seen that. I'm planning on it, but
So
It's pretty good.
that's all I got. That's all I got this week for watches. That was quite a bit.
well, it throws into the pedophilia right away, which I think throws Gretel and Hansel right down the.
Oh yeah, they went into it like immediately.
Yeah, first
Like
5 minutes.
5 minutes into the movie.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking...
That dude who was like interviewing her, man, that was creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I expected that guy from To Catch a Predator to jump in.
That's how
That-
the movie started.
I could have got behind that cameo for sure. So, I also watched one last thing. This real piece of shit movie, The Cave. This fucking movie. Okay, let me say, I'm sure Chump Slap, you've probably seen it, but you forget because it was one of those movies that's an hour and a half, and it felt like I was sitting there for 4.5 hours.
Ooh.
It was that, which is never a good sign.
So it was like a bad game cutscene movie.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And if it was a game, I would have been like, well, maybe the gameplay didn't fucking suck, but it would have got bad. Anyway, so these people are in Romania in Cold War times, like probably 1980 or so. It just said 30 years ago, and it was made in 2005. So 75, whatever. It doesn't matter. And they find this old church. They find a cave underneath. They go in, and then there's a collapse, and they get stuck down there. And then you cut to modern day. They find an underground cave. They want to map it, so they hire like the best American diving team that like specializes in underwater cave mapping.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but then they go in, and I'm gonna spoil this movie because it sucks. But
All right.
apparently there was something in the mine, like a parasite, that would turn humans into like vampire bats. But like human-sized bats,
I'm listening.
and they were like just taking down the people one by one. I actually probably oversold it. It's real bad.
Is it worse than the
They have
Descent?
flamethrowers for some reason. I don't. It's like spelunking and vampire bats and free climbing and
Ooh.
murder.
That's a forfecta right there.
It's like Descent if they had wings.
Yes, and imagine that instead of the claustrophobic nature, they got into these massive underground caves, like
That's
cathedral style, huge ones all the time.
Well, yeah, how the bat's going to fly around.
Exactly. That's what you need, a lot of space, right?
Yeah.
weird. I see.
And they could also go in the water. It was a fucking mess. And then it turns out that the parasite turns the human. Like, it was one of those movies where they give you the big reveal, and you're like, Jesus, we know. You picked up all the clues.
I bet you didn't know the parasite turned him into
45 minutes ago. Fucking movie. Oh, it was bad. That's it. I'm done. That's what I watched.
All right. Good stuff.
So let's get to our favorite segment, which is video game news / stuff.
Stuff and things.
So Google has officially launched their free version of Stadia. It was originally just called Stadia Base. Now they just changed it to Stadia.
Oh, the free version where you have to pay for everything on it.
Exactly. You don't have to pay a service fee like you would with PlayStation or anything like that, or Xbox, to play online, but every game you want, you have to pay for.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It's basically like getting a PlayStation for free with no controller and being like, here you go. Like, okay, I guess that's a start, right?
So it's just another bad idea for Google Stadia.
I mean, well, it doesn't really make sense because for the next 2 months, you can still get Stadia Pro for free.
Yeah.
So why would you sign up for the free version if you can get the and you can get the Stadia Pro for free for the next 2 months, and then you can do my Buddy Pass, guys, and get another 3 free months.
Whoa.
When does that expire so we can stop hearing about it?
Once he gets rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. Countdown doesn't start till someone actually wants it.
I still don't understand why anybody would want Stadia.
Because it could have been good.
I mean, I get it, but it has to work, and there's just too many external factors that will make a less than stellar experience.
Can you imagine trying to play any kind of decent game in this quarantine times with everybody else on at the same time?
I'm going to give it a shot. I said I was going to do it last week. I lied. But next week...
Wow, why was that in the crevice?
I guess it was a lie, huh?
Yeah, but you didn't know at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't a correction. It was just a bold-faced lie.
Yeah. In hindsight.
I'll tell you what. I'm calling myself out again for the second week in a row. I'm going to give it a straight hour.
All right.
I even got the only exclusive game, Guilt. I'll give that a shot for an hour, and I'll report back how it played.
Fuck yeah.
I'll be waiting.
And then you guys will be fighting over that 3 free months. Other news, WWE 2K21 has been canceled.
Thank fucking God.
No.
So apparently they didn't give an official reason, but we all know that 2K20 was an absolute mess. I think we did talk about it at some point.
Definitely.
And they actually moved to a new developer.
That's
So a
always a
whole
good
new
sign.
studio was doing it. And I don't know, do you guys think this is a good move for sports games? Maybe taking a year off, adding some DLC instead? Thoughts?
Yeah, I'd like to see FIFA try it. Or Chow.
Yeah, why would they do that when they're just going to make us more money? I think you're saying WWE is a sport.
It's sports entertainment.
Yeah. It belongs on something with as little credibility as, I don't know, ESPN.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, shots fired.
Boom. Well, hot takes.
Hot take. ESPN is the TMZ of sports. I forget who said that, but it's absolutely
It could have been me because I hate ESPN.
Yeah. That's all I got for wrestling news this week. Sorry. Next time I'll have more, guys. I know you love it.
Oh.
The other news, Call of Duty Warzone. Remember that free-to-play Battle Royale Call of Duty one that came out?
Oh, yeah.
They were having a lot of issues with people because the big draw to it is crossplay, that you can play on all platforms. And everyone on console was denying connections from other things because they didn't want PC players to come in and cheat.
Well, yeah, that sounds
that's
reasonable.
why I play a console.
Exactly. So what they did was they're now going to quarantine all the cheaters and put them on their own server.
Oh, so they got to catch them first.
That's a good point. Yes. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard when they win every match 30-0.
Well, what if they're just good?
There's good and then there's cheating.
But I did some looking, and the first game to ever do this, to make all their cheaters play against each other, was a game called Cron X back in 1997.
You could be making that up.
Cron X in 97?
Yeah.
Were there even servers then?
It's the first ever server.
Yeah.
It was a different time. I mean, we had Alta Vista. Of course we have video game servers.
My favorite search.
Yeah. Up there with Bing. And
So good.
Ask Jeeves.
At least those two are still around.
And InfoSeek.
Oh, Excite? That was one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Does Yahoo still do it?
Search? I don't know.
Huh.
It'd be great if they still had that search bar at the top, and then it was just powered by Google.
Might as well.
But the last piece of news, since I didn't have not a lot of news is going on, so we are dipping right into rumors and speculation, buddy.
Oh, that's
My
what
favorite
half of our
part.
news is anyway.
There is a rumor that PlayStation 5 will be bringing back a franchise that's been sitting it out for a while.
Burger Time. Vagrant Story.
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, okay.
Could be back for PlayStation 5, possibly as a launch title. There's rumors it's been under development for the last few years. They're saying these people who are the leakers say that new news should surface in the next month or so. Supposedly, their rationale behind this was remember the Insane trilogy, the original 3 that were remastered.
Yeah.
Came out 2 years ago. That was testing the waters to see if people still gave a shit about Crash Bandicoot.
There are people. It's platforming stuff. Not really my bag.
It was a good game. In its time.
Yeah, dude, Crash Bandicoot 3, when it came out, I fucking loved that game.
Yeah.
I also played Borderlands this week. I never mentioned that, but there's a new update, and they changed Mayhem mode. This is kind of newsish.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, what did they do to Mayhem mode now?
Made it annoying.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I thought it was annoying to begin with.
It was all right, but now it's they changed all the different perks and stuff, and you can I don't know. It's just I don't like it.
Hard.
Yeah, and then it goes all the way up to 10, and anything past 3 is 15,000 extra HP, 30,000 extra HP, armor and shields. It's just turns everything into a bullet sponge.
Well, sounds neat.
Yeah, it's great.
That sounds fun to me, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you just got to. I found level 2 or 3 is about where it's all right when they're not completely annoying, and you run out of bullets trying to kill them. But it's also kind of the Valentine's Day thing they did. There's that you got to go around and find cartel guys now, and then try and go kill Joey Ultraviolet, I think his name is.
Huh.
Is this just one of the events that they have every so often?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I thought about putting it in, but
I'm going to have to go through my safe in the game because I have 300, and there's a lot of dupes in there.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, I definitely want to go back and play the DLC. It's just I don't have any desire to go back.
I know. And maybe when I run out of games.
Yeah. You might as well wait for all the level caps at once.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then we're not struggling to get the next level. We run out of shit to do. Then we have to play on Mayhem mode, and it sucks.
Sure does.
Ugh. I'm already making excuses not to play.
I know, right? I'm going to have to grind. Oh, all my guns are going to be pointless. Oh.
That's the worst part. The worst part is when your shield becomes useless.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we got for this week. So how about we get into our game of the week?
And what game is that, Poppascotch?
Well, thanks for asking, Dr. Scientist. The game this week is Tomb Raider. 1996. The OG Tomb Raider, not the Tomb Raider from
Recent
2016. This game was released October 26th, 1996 for PC, Mac, Sega Saturn, and PlayStation 1, developed by Core Design.
Sega Saturn. Sorry.
And
wow.
published by IDOS. Yes, it's an action-adventure puzzle platformer written by Vicky Arnold.
One person writing crew.
Yeah, dude, I do have a couple fun facts at the end of this episode because it's a shorter game. I figured maybe we need to pad it out a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
I watched the speedrun and it was boring as shit.
Oh, yeah? How long was it?
At the 2 hours.
I picked this one, so I guess I'll go ahead and give us a rundown.
Yeah, tell us about the game.
Tell us how it starts.
The game is about Lara Croft, our protagonist, who is some kind of mix between, I guess, Indiana Jones is in there.
I thought you were going to bring it racial.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, wow.
Oh, Jesus, what? No.
Like she's half Mexican. I was like, whoa, Poppascotch, calm down.
Where the fuck is your guy's brains at?
I don't
know.
She's
I was
English.
talking about the game.
She's some kind of
All right.
mix between.
Yeah, that's where it went.
Yeah.
The character of Lara Croft is a mix between Indiana Jones and somebody else, because I didn't think of another one.
Nathan Drake.
So, there you go. Perfect. So she is kind of like she's wealthy. She's independently wealthy. And she does this, I guess, for kicks. She does it for the sport. And she goes and raids tombs and other kind of artifacts. And apparently also kills cryptids. So she does a whole bunch of shit.
Wait, Tomb Raider raids tombs?
Sometimes.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Wow. It's convenient.
Didn't they always yell at us in school when we used the word we were defining in the definition of the word?
Yeah, because that doesn't help any.
Yeah. So what is a Tomb
She
Raider?
explores sarcophagi.
Not
There you go.
always sarcophagi. Final resting places.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. She
Perfect.
traverses
And
and explores final resting places.
All right.
And does not do it for the money, just for the love of the game. So, the game Tomb Raider starts with a nuclear detonation in Los Alamos, New Mexico.
In the 40s.
Yeah, it's just some kind of test explosion, and in the game, a crack opens up in the earth, and some kind of glass enclosure, ancient artifact thing pops up, and everyone's like, what's this deal? So that's just the lead-in. That's the setup for the whole game.
Keep that in mind.
And this is what, 50 years before the game was released? No, so it's like 50 years before the game actually
I
happens.
thought it was a joke, but yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Where was
wrong.
the joke?
I don't know, like it's that old of a game.
I do have very fond memories of this game because this was the first game where
titties?
No. It was the first game where I downloaded the demo, played the demo, and was like, yeah, I want that game.
Wait, you downloaded it? Are you sure it wasn't on like a PlayStation magazine
I
disc?
think it came with a AOL disc.
Oh, yeah.
I played it, when I first played this game, it was on PC.
Yes.
So the demo was like the first level, and I played through it like 15 times until I could save up enough money to buy the goddamn game.
I definitely did not play this game at all.
Do you remember holding L1 and R1 or whatever while climbing up a rock and he did a handstand?
Yes.
Did you actually play this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or when you jumped off a ledge, if you hit, I think it was L1, she'd do like a swan dive.
Yep, I remember that too.
And then when you figured that out, you swan dived off the highest rock you could find into more rocks, and you just break your fucking neck.
Yeah, I'd always climb up a rock doing handstands. It was great.
So, all right. Next thing, we are in Calcutta,
Which
where we
is
actually
where?
meet.
Calcutta.
I wanted to see if you knew what country it was. He's looking it up on Google, isn't he?
Cut point.
No, of course not. No. Is it in India?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you didn't even.
I
finish
knew that.
looking.
It wasn't a blind guess, obviously. So she's in Calcutta, and I guess this guy, she knows this guy, his name is Larson, who comes up, and he's like, he throws a copy of Adventure Magazine on the table, because this is such a common occupation that she's getting news reports done of her in Adventure Magazine. She throws it down and says, and I'm quoting, Laura stamps out Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like a fanzine.
Right, that's the world we're living in, where Bigfoot exists, and Lara Croft found it and murdered it.
So she's like those guys who killed the gorillas in Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So
Yes.
Are we led to believe that that's the only Bigfoot, and now he's dead in this world?
What else were you supposed to get? I mean,
This was the 90s.
it wasn't killed a Bigfoot.
Yeah, you're right.
It's motherfucking Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So,
This Larson guy reminds me of Matthew McConaughey a lot. He'd play the perfect Larson.
ridiculous accent, but the first thing he says is, What's a fella gotta do to get that kind of attention from you?
Can you say that again?
What does a fella gotta do to get that kind of attention? I think that's what he says. I think that's the quote.
Nailed
And
it.
I think she replies with something like, "You're doing a good job so far," meaning, "I'll fucking kill you too if you keep up with this shit." That's what I got from
yeah.
it.
Oh.
What did you think?
Subtle. I didn't think at all about it.
But they have a rapport. They know each other, probably from their rough and tumble days of tomb exploring. I don't know.
Oh, you become Southern now. I like it.
He was the interviewer who wrote the piece.
Yeah. He is a ridiculous Southern stereotype, Larson. He calls the French guy later in the game like Jack Rabbit Frog Leg.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Definitely the best character in the game. So he basically comes up to her and he says, someone wants to talk to you, and he has a laptop, and he's like, check out, this is my boss, I guess, Jacqueline Natley, which is not how anyone else in the rest of the game pronounces that name. It's Jacqueline Natla, or Natla?
Natla, I think.
Natla? Anyway, this Jacqueline Natla is like, hey, I'll give you all kinds of money. You got to go get this thing. And she's like, I do it for the love of the game, son. I don't need your fucking money. And she's like, that's cool because this thing's awesome anyway. You should do it. And Laura's like, I'm listening. It's an artifact called the Scion, and it's in the tomb of Qualampec in Peru.
Has Laura heard of this before?
I don't think so. I think Jacqueline Natla is explaining it to her, and she's intrigued, but I don't think she knew anything about it. Because, no, she reads a bunch about it later.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And finds out the other part. But, Jacqueline says there's a whole bunch of other shit in this tomb, but I only want the Scion, you do whatever. And she's like, all right, cool. So she's off to
So
Peru.
is she going to do this as a favor? If she's not doing it for the money?
Yeah, it's because for the love of the game, son. Weren't you listening?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Mookie Wilson hunting artifacts here.
We went over that. It's for the love of the game, son.
He must have said it 3 times.
I know, but
At least.
it doesn't make sense to me why she would leave and go do this just for the fuck of it.
Because that's what she doesn't
For the
have.
love of the game, son.
She doesn't have many leads, and she's just like, oh, wow, a lead? Cool.
Oh, I'm tired of killing big feet.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously old. It's in print already.
It's been pranked. They fooled it with all those beef jerky ads. I remember those. I got the vibe that she was like in downtime now. Like she was taking a break, or she had just killed Bigfoot. Now it's time for something new. And he's like, ooh, I got you something there, little lady. Which
Yeah,
he
this
didn't
is-
say exactly, but he probably did.
This is how she gets all of her tombs to raid.
She just
She's off her only.
does
Like, she's-
favors for rich people.
Yeah.
I'm beginning not to like her.
You'll get to like her by the end.
She grows as a character.
So now she's in Peru in crazy, crazy mountain times, and Laura thinks it's a good idea to just wear a shawl, and that'll keep her
Yeah,
warm enough.
She wore shorts.
Yeah.
All right.
Shorts, and I guess it's sort of a poncho? I don't know. It's definitely cultural appropriation, for sure.
Yeah.
She's badass, though. So she's not even cold.
No. So she is up there with a Sherpa who's all Sherpa'd out, and she sees a huge door in the side of the mountain. She goes to open it, and dogs attack, killing the Sherpa pretty much instantly.
I had a question here because it doesn't show the Sherpa getting ripped apart by the wolves, but it shows her blasting her gun a lot, and then all the wolves are dead and the Sherpa's dead.
Yeah. You kind of just
Ooh.
you're just assuming the wolves killed him.
Yeah.
Poppascotch.
I think she accidentally shot him, or accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
She's like, no one can know I was here. Blap, blap.
Starting to like her again, huh?
But yeah, there's so many puzzles. We're not going to go over puzzles.
Thank God.
There's just, for fuck's sake, and it does. We can talk about the philosophy of why there's so many goddamn puzzles in all these mines. But she gets through this whole cave, and at the end, she runs into who else but Larson again.
Oh, why is he there?
He starts to spill the beans so fucking fast.
Well, you do kick his ass,
Well, you know, torture's the easiest way to get info.
obviously.
He tells her that there's another guy, Pierre Dupont, who's on the trail of another piece. But he doesn't know exactly where this is happening. He's just dropping down the idea that there are other pieces here, and Natla sent other people after them.
Aha, so now she's going to do some research about it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and this is where we go to the next segment, which is, I'm assuming, a huge cutscene, because I don't remember playing in an office building.
No.
But she goes to Natla Technologies, breaks into the building by basically destroying a huge fucking elevator, which could have killed a bunch of people.
I think
But it
she
looked
cut
real
the
cool.
wire while it was on the ground floor. So it was just the counterweight that shot her up in the air.
And then just the counterweight slamming to the
Well,
basement.
why would the counterweight shoot up in the air? Gravity still works there.
The counterweight shoots down, pulling her up from the ground floor.
Oh, I see where you're coming from.
Well, obviously, she gets catapulted onto the roof from here.
Yeah. With just enough speed, so she lands at the perfect... She lets go at the perfect time to just softly step right on top of the ceiling.
It was impressive as hell.
Probably
It was.
fun,
It
too.
was something else. With someone with such great climbing abilities, makes the most noise possible when trying to break in. So she's going through... She went through a bunch of files, and she found a journal from a monk from the olden times, where... I don't know how she found... Like, she clearly... It was like a time lapse, and there was a whole bunch of files.
I thought she opened a bunch of, like, Natla's safes.
Yeah, she found it was somewhere in her pile of information about these things.
Right, and it says that back in the day, there were 3 rulers of the world, and each one of these rulers got a piece of the Scion. This is a very, very lazy exposition dump.
Mm-hmm.
Just providing backstory, there was Qualopec, Teoken, and another one that they didn't name.
She who will not
this
be
point.
named.
Yes. She finds that the second piece is in the monastery of St. Francis in Greece at the tomb of Teoken, who was the ruler of Atlantis.
Ah, yes.
And he got buried in Greece.
Buried in... I got a mental image of like a grease trap from Burger King just burying this guy, preserving him forever. That was gross.
How racist
you.
of you.
How is that racist?
Saying Greeks are greasy.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
That's... You always try to paint me as the racist one. Mr. What ethnicity is Lara Croft?
You were the one that brought that up.
I did not... No, you...
No, that was definitely us. It was
He's the one that said she was a mix, and we're like, whoa, calm down, Poppascotch.
She has a character. She's British, so...
yeah.
Whatever.
Carry on.
Yeah, okay, so what do they do now? Well, what does she do?
Well, she puts it together. That's where Pierre is, so she heads to Greece. And she gets to the monastery that, for some reason, has a massive underground complex with a bunch of puzzles in it.
Can I ask you something quick? There was a part in the cutscene movie where she turns into solid gold. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. That's a great question.
There was a part where she steps on some hands. I assume they're hands of Midas of some sort. And she gets
That's what I
turned into
got from
solid gold, and she just falls over. And then it cuts to the rest of the story going on. Is it just the way you can die that they threw in there?
Maybe.
I think so. I think it was just a fun little nugget.
Yeah, because apparently.
Nice pun.
I get it.
So she goes into this massive complex, and the whole time Pierre's bros are attacking her. Because I guess when you go and excavate, Laura goes by herself. Everyone else takes a team of people, like a responsible person.
Yeah, we learned that from
With
Uncharted.
guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they are very well armed. Because this place that had been sitting there unoccupied for, hundreds of years? Probably? Maybe thousands?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we better take guns in case someone walks in just as we're uncovering stuff.
Well, if you know where it is, somebody else might. So.
Yeah. Well, wasn't he sent there by Natla? So maybe.
Yeah.
He
so he's like,
was,
I'll
but-
just take some guns with
Why
me.
didn't they send a whole bunch of guys with Laura?
Because she's not supposed to be there. She was just
She
supposed
doesn't
to get
like
the
her
one
as much.
piece.
Well, I mean, when they
She's
went
a
to
cool
Peru
lone wolf.
She sent Larson.
until he got knocked out. Okay.
Yeah.
But any hoodles. So she she works her way through. They do a bunch of puzzles.
Go ahead and say inevitably again.
We're gonna just skip over that word I can't say. Inevitably, she inevitably murders Pierre, who has a ridiculous French accent. There are some of the enemies in this game. Holy shit! You have Larson, who has a ridiculous.
Let's hear your French accent.
Oh, oui, oui.
Yeah, dude, it was that bad. So Laura finds the second piece. She puts her hands on it, and she has some kind of vision brought on by touching the piece.
Tell us about this vision.
Yes, it's interesting.
Well, it's kind of like clips, it's glimpses. It's not anything concrete. She sees a bunch of symbols that are around. She sees some pyramids, some crazy lady with a cone head, and all the Scion pieces unifying. That's pretty much it. So she's like, I guess I got to put these pieces together.
Wasn't there like part of it where it's like two rulers and they're imprisoning another one? Don't they like talk a little bit? Does that happen now?
Yeah, do you see that now?
I have it written down. It does. I'm just
No, it comes later, I think.
okay.
After you get
Yeah, because it's not the only vision. There's other visions too.
Well, I know, but I thought during this one it showed like two and
Oh yeah.
Well, this does give her the idea that this does give her the direction of where she's going to go, which is the city of Kamun in Egypt.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we're off to Egypt.
What happens when you get to Egypt?
Is there a cowboy there?
Matthew McConaughey.
It's funny you say that. Oh, I can't wait till we get to the other goon.
Oh my God.
So in Egypt, Laura makes her way through some other crazy, expansive tunnel system. And there are the twist. I saw like there were mutants everywhere, like they were like panthers with no skin were the
Yes.
enemies.
It was very like Egyptian type of enemy.
And also alligators, which are not in that part of the world.
Crocodiles.
Yeah.
In the
I don't think they're there either.
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding?
Crocodile Nile.
Yeah.
Everyone
I'm
knows
looking
that
this
saying.
Don't they have a god with a crocodile head?
Yeah, it's true.
I was worried more about wolves in South America, but I didn't say anything, and he's the one talking about
I
crocodiles.
was.
in Egypt.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the raptors and the T-Rex.
I don't know what you're talking about. There were no raptors or T-Rexes in this game. You must be thinking of Dino Crisis.
No, they're definitely in here somewhere.
Yeah, you killed a whole bunch of them already. I mean, she killed all the Bigfoots. Why
Right
wouldn't
before
she
you
kill all
fight
the-
Larson, you fight a T-Rex.
Yeah.
That was in the anniversary. We're not talking about the anniversary.
No, it's not.
Oh, there
the
was in this one.
anniversaries
Yeah,
in
you're
this
definitely shooting some fucking raptors in this one.
I don't recall any shooting of raptors.
When I saw the speed run, they're definitely shooting raptors.
I watched a video that showed every enemy in the game, and there was a T-Rex.
There definitely was a T-Rex.
I kind of remember
All right.
it from eons ago.
Was it
A
in
long, long
Egypt?
ago. No, it was in Peru.
Yeah.
I definitely remember her killing dinosaurs, but I thought that was in Tomb Raider 2.
According to what I saw, it was in this. And then there's a centaur.
Yeah. That was in Greece, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A centaur boss type thing.
I'll be damned. There are giant gorillas, lions, crocodiles, centaurs, cat mummies,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what the things we're talking about. They kind of look more like jackals.
legless mutant. Oh, that's the guy at the end. All right.
Oh, spoiler.
Whoa, he's a T-Rex.
We're going to get there in like 10 minutes.
All right, so we're in Egypt and you're fighting. You come across a cowboy.
Cowboy and a guy in a duster.
Well, you come across Larson again because you didn't kill him.
You just knocked
And
him out.
this time she does murder him. She does not keep Larson alive this time. And as soon as she walks out of the tunnel in Egypt, she's confronted by Natla and her goons.
But you have the three pieces now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. She gets the last piece, runs into Larson, leaves the tunnel, gets taken by the goons.
Tell us about these goons.
Who, these fucking goons. So there was one of them was a cowboy,
Yeah.
but not Larson.
He's like half
That was a
cowboy,
different
half
type.
skater.
Yeah, there's a skater bro. That's who I wrote down. And the huge black dude in a trench coat.
Is that Shotgun Sam?
Is that his real name? Or are you just making that up?
It was the name that was given to him on the enemies
Oh.
list that I watched.
All right, well, there you go. Shotgun Sam with his shotgun. So basically, they're about to kill you, and Laura escapes by jumping off of the cliff, and with the goons firing widely into the river below.
You forgot to mention that Natla took the three pieces of the Scion from you.
Yep. Stole him right out of your hands.
I thought I did say that, but now Natla has the pieces. You are presumed dead, and the goons are like, fuck this noise, we'll just leave.
And then the best sequence of the game's coming up.
This was the most ridiculous. Like, this is so long.
It was like a quarter of the video.
Laura finds her motorcycle, starts riding through the cliffside road dunes
of Egypt.
Yeah. Hits a ramp as the boat is speeding away. Well, I guess lazily leaving the area.
Yeah, it wasn't speeding.
And she hits the ramp. Motorcycle is in the water. She swims under the boat and sneaks aboard the other side while the two idiot goons are looking.
Yeah. And they hear the motorcycle hit the water, but then they don't see anything.
No, and they don't
Like,
think
what was that?
they don't think to search the bed that she sleeps on for almost
Yeah,
a whole
yeah.
day.
And it's not like it was a cruise ship.
No,
Like, it was like 10 people would be too many for that boat. And she hid away, taking a nap in the hull.
And caught some Z's.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, which you never see in video games. It's pretty great. But eventually, it's now nighttime. Laura wakes up, and they're at the evil volcano island lair. Mark that for your bingo boards. There's again crazy bunch of mines on the island, so you have to go through and
Would you say
fight
they're
guys
tombs?
and do puzzles.
What?
Well, are they mines? Are they like tombs, like a
Like a
Catacomb-ish?
like a pyramid, almost.
Yes, underground catacomb
okay?
There we go.
mine stations. They might have got iron ore out of there. Who knows? Tunnels underground. And you do puzzles. I just have written in my notes standard Tomb Raider shit. Mm-hmm. And this is also where you fight all those goons we just saw, like the cowboy, Shotgun Sam,
Cowboy Skater,
Skater Kid.
Oh God, what did he say? The skater guy.
kick flip, heel flip.
He says something like "This is totally rad" or something like ridiculous like that. Send us your impressions of doing that. That'd be great.
Please do.
Tag it, skater dork, skater goon. Tag it, skater goon. So
Hashtag Skater Goon.
there is a cutscene that reveals the inner layer of the mines, which appears to be like alive. It might have been just a graphical thing where it wasn't really conveyed very well, but it appeared to be like skin and muscle and bone and viscera and.
Oh yeah, I think it was a mutant.
Kind of like Doomish.
Kind of.
Yeah, good way to put that. But Laura goes into the inner layer, which is the heart of the island, as they say, and she fights a bunch of those skinless dogs, which, whatever, they call them mutants in the game.
Yeah. Or they're the hatchlings.
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter because now we are at Atlantis, the lost city.
Is this after the mountain crumbles and reveals a pyramid underneath it? Did that all happen already?
Yes, because this is the final showdown.
All right. Just checking.
So we get to the... Yeah, of course. We get to the heart of the island. The Scion has been infused and has become some sort of power source for the island. So then Laura touches it and has another vision.
I don't know. What happens in this one?
Oh, thanks for asking. This is the big reveal. This is where we find that Jacqueline Natla is actually the third ruler.
Oh, shit. No wonder she knows where these things are.
Yeah.
Exactly. And why does she need the fucking monk's guide then if she... Whatever.
Wow.
So it turns out that Natla had actually betrayed Qualipec and Teoken, and then as a form of punishment, they froze her in a glass enclosure, which is the thing that blew up from New Mexico in the 40s.
Nuclear bomb started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Of course. What good will come from them?
And were the other two like robotic?
They look like aliens.
Yeah, of some sort.
Gods, I guess.
Cyborgish.
I think they were just gods. That's what gods look like.
Oh, yeah?
In this world.
Not my god.
No.
You know what I think they were? I think they might have been gods. Oh, what's the bit from The State? Where he's like, old-fashioned guy in front of the lake, and he's like, call me old-fashioned, but I believe in one god. And his name's Zoran. And he lives in this lake.
I thought you were talking about the Kids in the Hall skit where they're her god spot.
Oh, yeah. At the God Show.
Yeah.
It's got to be a misprint, right?
Any hoodles. So this is the big reveal we get. I have apparently the bond was broken so that she could use I have written down here, this doesn't make sense, the Scion to create a mutant breed of animal people for
Yes.
some reason.
Yes.
It's never been explained other than this thing could make freaks, I guess, that
Yeah, it was kind of where they all derived their power to rule from.
to create a mutant race, I
Yeah,
guess.
That's the best. That's what it can do. That's all it can do.
Made soldiers for their armies and stuff.
That's what I'm wondering, because I understand how, like, totally understand Natla's motivation to get control of this, create an army, and take over the world. No argument there.
Yeah.
But why did it exist in the first place?
Maybe they made armies to protect themselves.
Yeah, because don't they say something about her stealing Tauken's army or whatever, and
Yeah. They said these are for us or
Yeah.
something like that.
something
I missed
along
that
those.
part.
Well, like she broke the 3 bond of consent. They called it.
Yeah,
And she calls them wasters because they're not using the power to make these demons.
I don't remember any of this.
yeah. She said, "Okay, boomer."
Nice. So the vision ends, and Natla shows up as, her video conference version, the woman in an office attire. And she's like, "Oh, so you see my plan?" She goes full supervillain here. And she's like, and I'm quoting now, she wanted to give evolution a kick in the pants.
Because humans have become fat and lazy.
Yes.
Yes, and the plan is to incite territorial rages again.
Yeah, there's not enough war.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the cream rises to the top. That's her theory. If we make everyone fight, only the strongest and best will be remaining.
Sounds extremely nationalist socialist.
Oh, she's an old
for
soul.
sure.
It was the 40s when she woke up.
Yeah. Maybe she's just remembering all of it wrong.
Doesn't she say here that it's too late for abortions now?
Yeah, I think she was referring to the human race, though.
Oh, I thought she was talking about the egg that she started to hatch with. The thing.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
No,
it's
you're absolutely
multiple levels.
Yes. I wrote that down because I have in my notes, this is when the bizarre stuff starts happening. Where she says only the strong will survive. And Natla assumed Laura would be totally down with this.
Yeah.
Didn't she,
Like, you're a
ask her to
badass, right?
join
Like,
her?
you'll be fine.
Join me.
Yeah. She's like, it'll be fun. We could roll together.
The classic bad guy, hey, good guy, join
Oh,
me.
actually, she was like, kneel beside me. That's what she said.
But this is the part on, there was in this Tomb Island
Atlantis.
crypt, Atlantis, alive nonsense. There's just an egg hanging from the wall.
That egg's been there since the dawn of time.
Oh, Christ. And then the hatching begins with the 3 scions. And then this is when Natla says, it's too late for abortions now. So
It's never too late for an abortion.
If I had a nickel.
That's our stance here.
we're going to get later. Wait a minute. So Laura is about to shoot the scion and try to stop the whole thing. And then Natla lunges at her and almost entirely misses, falls down a massive hole dying, and Laura's just kind of grabbing onto the side.
Yeah, it was a well not thought out plan.
Did she really die? Because didn't she have wings in the beginning in the flashbacks?
I'm glad you asked that, Chump Slap. Either way, it turns out Laura was just too late, and it released some kind of massive legless mutant.
Yeah, which will definitely take over the world.
The torso, the strongest.
The torso, isn't that one of the ghosts in 13 Ghosts?
Yes, it is.
That or a tick enemy.
Yeah, right, like I'm going to fight you.
Who has tick enemy on their bingo board? But it looks like just a human with no skin and nothing below, like, the solar plex. It was weird. But Laura shoots the shit out of it and it blows up, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kills it and it starts a chain reaction, so Laura has to basically get the fuck out of there
Doesn't she
quickly.
shoot the scion? Like the actual artifact? Or did I missee that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Either way, killing the thing, I don't know if she shot it and that caused the thing to start collapsing or if killing the torso did.
Well, anyway.
Either way.
Okay.
Either way, the whole island's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's running out, escaping through the tunnels, and then surprise, Natla is back.
Oh no!
How'd she survive?
She did have wings.
She had wings.
She must have drank Red Bull.
And come on.
Not a sponsor. Get that out of here.
Oh, then we can't talk
And she
about
must have
anything?
been drinking Fireball because she can shoot red fireballs out of her mouth.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
She's drinking.
Oh, yeah, I'm being ridiculous now.
She's drinking NOS energy drink.
Proud sponsor of Plotty Time Podcast.
Buy it at your local gas station or bodega. So there's no other story or explanation or dialogue. It's just you're in the middle of the fight while the island is violently shaking. And she's really pissed because she refers to them as her brood. Like you're killing her children.
Well, she did just make them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the whole game. She dies. You kill her.
Yeah, the
You jump
pyramid
down a
blows
huge
up.
ramp.
How do you kill her if she's been frozen in ice for 1,000 fucking years?
Maybe she'll come back.
They
in
didn't-
2 later, too. Whoops.
Hey, man, they didn't have hot lead coming at her back then. You know what I mean? Guns solve everything. That's
true.
an official Plotty Time.
That's the free space on your bingo board.
And that's it. That's the whole game.
Yeah, she swims to a boat and sails away.
And then she's just back home, and it ends. It doesn't even show her back home.
Oh,
just
yeah, it
shows a
doesn't even
picture
show her
of
back home,
house.
does it?
I think with the re-release of the game, they added a part at the end of the game where you're in Laura's mansion and you could like kind of run around and fuck around and stuff, and then bad guys attack.
Oh, really?
Like at the beginning
Yes.
of the movie.
Like, part 2 is going to start right away.
Possibly.
Maybe.
But
I don't remember.
That might have been in 2. Who knows? Either way, that's the end of the game. So I looked up some fun facts for this game since it's a pretty big one in the canon of all games. Like the voice acting in this game was not very good,
No.
No, the accents were terrible.
but it turns out that the voice actress for Laura was a woman named Shelley Blonde who only did this game as Laura. She didn't do any of the other ones, and she was actually directed to act like a non-emotive female James Bond.
So there you go. It's James Bond and a mix of...
Yeah.
Mix of James Bond and Indiana Jones.
There you go.
We got there. We got there eventually. A couple of things. The other interesting part of this game that I heard is that the entire team, the developers, the people who made this game, there were 6 people.
It shows.
Yeah. This was the 90s. You didn't need much more.
Yeah, this is before that first game with online capabilities that we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Chronics.
Yeah.
And originally the game was designed with a male and a female protagonist in mind, and you could choose which one you wanted to play the game as. But then they realized that it would be double the cutscenes.
Yeah, I was going to say, then they couldn't afford to make all the cutscenes.
Yeah,
Right.
Screw it.
So they're like, we like Laura better, and they made the game with Laura as the main character.
Do you think this game would have done anything if it would have had a male main character?
No. Like, people would just say,
How many people sat there trying to get her clothes off in the scenes?
do you think Uncharted would be a female character if this was a male character in that world?
Ooh, the old swapsies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the last fun fact I have is EGM. Remember that magazine, Electronic Gaming Monthly? I
Oh,
think they
wow.
still exist as a website.
Of course they do.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Of course you do. In 1996, Tomb Raider lost Action Game of the Year honors to the illustrious Die Hard trilogy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
Swear to
it
God.
wasn't really an action game. It was kind of puzzly.
Yeah, but it had guns and stuff.
Yeah, but it was extremely boring to watch.
Well, this was a lot better than Die Hard. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't watch
I've
it.
never played Die Hard.
Die Hard trilogy got mad props because it was like 3 completely different games in one. Like Die Hard 1 was like a top-down game that was like
old
Hotline
GTA.
Miami.
No, it was like remember Smash TV where you're in a room and you have to kill all the enemies and then you move on to the next level?
Like either of the
Like a
games we
dual
said.
stick shooter.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Die Hard 2 was like a light gun game. And then Die Hard 3 was a driving game.
Was it actually a light gun game?
Yes, you could use the Menacer.
What the
No, that
fuck
was
is
Sega.
that?
What am I talking about? The Sega gun was a Menacer. That was, but I am incorrect. That's not what we're talking about. It was the light gun from what's the name of that game?
DuckTales.
Time Crisis? No, not DuckTales.
Time Crisis.
Time Crisis.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's all I got. So how about we move into final thoughts? How does that sound?
Let's do it up.
All right, let's start with you, Dr. Scientist. Final thoughts. Would you play it? Would you score it? Did the story work for you?
Would I play it? No. Uncharted's a million times better.
I have to disagree with you there.
Did the story work for me? I get that she hunts for treasures and stuff just for the F of it. But
That's on.
Yeah, for the love of the game. But it seems ridiculous that she started on this whole trek because some rich benefactor said, hey, go find this for me.
Well, she also said there were other jewels there, right? That you can keep those.
Yeah, but you didn't find any, did you?
Well, not that I know.
And it just comes out of nowhere with an Atlantean Three Kings thing. It's kind of, I don't know. But it is a ridiculous world where Bigfoot gets genocided by Lara Croft, so it's not that far out of the water. It kept you guessing. The thugs could have been, I would have rather they just been a vanilla thug. Like each of them the same.
You didn't think you'd be shooting a skater, did you?
No.
Who, but we didn't mention, is not just dressed like a skater. He's literally on a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
And he's not very good at it seems.
No.
But
No.
I mean, it was okay. For Poppascotch, Scotchy, it was mwah. Fantastic. I gave it 8 out of 27.
8 out of 27.
So that's the high end for Scotchies for you? Is that
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
saying?
That's the highest Scotch he's ever
Yeah,
rated.
probably. But it's not really a Scotch.
No, you gave Silent Hill a 12. So.
Fair enough.
But
Then again, that wasn't a Scotchy, so I guess.
yeah, this isn't really a Scotch either, but
Not every pick by Poppascotch is a Scotchy. It's like not every movie Chump Slap likes is a slapper.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but
I'm just trying to clear that up for the audience.
it's about a average story-wise. Nothing great. I mean, pretty ridiculous, but it's video game.
Right.
So why don't you tell us what you think? Chump Slap.
Oh, me? Like, specifically what?
Would you play it? And what did you score it? Mm-hmm. And then did the story work for you?
Oh, whoa.
No.
Didn't see that last one coming.
No, it's new. I came up with it just now.
I like it. I think we should use it.
Okay. I'll write it down.
Would I play it? Yeah, I'd play it again. I remember playing it back in the day. It was great then. It might be all right now. I don't know.
Now you know that Chico didn't see her naked.
I think that was only on PC.
I'm pretty sure it was a rumor.
I'm sure somebody's reskinned
yeah,
it.
probably.
Yeah, you're right. But no, I wouldn't want to soil that sweet, sweet first game of Tomb Raider I played. Doing the handstands, climbing up cliffs naked, that's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe I wouldn't play it. I don't know. I haven't played any of the remakes. So. The story worked for me? No, the story didn't make any sense. Well, I guess find 3 parts, make something crazy, and then destroy the thing that wanted it. And the thing itself, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of silly. I did like the 3 gods part from Atlantis.
Nice.
You didn't see it coming.
No, did not. And then Natla, oh my God, she is a god. How come the other gods didn't come down as humans?
I was wondering that also.
Were
But
they dead already?
They must have been, right? They must have been out of the picture.
Yeah. They must have preserved her in that ice, and they died. I don't know. Guess we'll have to play
go with that.
Tomb Raider 2 and find out.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
So, all in all, I say I gave it an 8 as well. Solid
Okay.
8 out of 27.
it's the negative 40 of our rating systems.
But, since Poppascotch chose it, I'd like to hear would he play it? Would he score it? Did the story work for him?
That'd be interesting to know.
Thanks for asking, guys. Would I play it? I have played through this game so many goddamn times back in the day. And I would probably, if I had to play a Tomb Raider, I'd play the newest one because I played the new Tomb Raider, but not the Shadows of the Tomb Raider. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I only played the very first one of the new
Right.
ones.
So I'd probably play that. I did see, however, the speedrun for this was like an hour, which I think they ran glitches on it. I don't know.
Oh,
But,
yeah, I watched Glitchless.
Almost have to.
Maybe I would have done it. Probably not, though. Probably wouldn't play it. Did the story work for me? When I was looking at... I know I played the game a bunch of times back in the day, but I didn't remember any of this Atlantis gods shit at all. Like, when you think of Tomb Raider, you think of...
Tombs, being raided.
Tombs, and you think of Lara Croft, and you think of her killing people who are trying to, make dirty, rotten profit off the stuff that should be in a museum. You don't think about ancient Atlantean gods that are trying to make torso babies exist. So, I'm going to say the story did not work for me, but I will say it makes a lot of sense of why you have so many human enemies to fight.
Yeah.
Because the Uncharted games, it's like, you need to go here, and you go there, and there's a cave that no one's ever explored before, and there's already 400 dudes in there you gotta shoot in the face. So, did it work for me? I'll say overall, sure. A hard meh.
There you go.
What would I score it? I think this is gonna be just a total legacy pick, and I'm gonna go with 12.
Wow.
It is high. I know it's high, but
It's nostalgia tinted glasses.
Yeah.
I mean, this launched a franchise. This is a big gaming franchise. Everybody in the world knows who Lara Croft is. So that's gonna score some points in my book,
It's true.
just for being the OG.
That's why I gave
No
it
real
an
reason to it.
Yeah, that's why I gave it an 8. I mean, it bumped it up. I would have probably given it a 6.
8. Exactly.
So that's 28 total.
Yep, 28, which puts it. Ooh, that's not a great score for this year. Actually, that's way better than I thought. Okay, it's like 5th worst or 6th worst. Call of Duty Ghosts has an 11. Gears of War has a 13. Turok Dinosaur Hunter had a 15. Haze had a 14.
Also,
And
there's a
Mafia
big
at
jump for
23.
that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think the next lowest was Mafia at 23. Which, guess who picked that one?
I think you picked all those
It was
games
me.
you just said.
No, I did not pick Gears of War.
No.
I did pick Ghosts. I didn't pick Turok. That was Mr. Slapper.
Yep.
Yeah, you picked Haze. You picked
I
Mafia.
did pick Haze.
Oh, it's my turn to pick
So-
a bad one.
But that does it. Any final thoughts? I mean, it was more ridiculous than I remember it being, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember anything about a demon flying around. Or
I think if it would have been realistic, I would have dropped it a lot of points. I think the fact that it was so outlandish saved it a little.
Yeah, definitely did.
I think you're right. I do. But that's it. Let's go ahead and move on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Scientist Tom Hank Vehicle Lock of the Week.
Tom Hank Vehicle Lock of the Week.
Ooh, that's metal music. Every week, we ask Dr. Scientist for a guaranteed, amazing Tom Hanks piece of content, and he hasn't disappointed us yet. So, what do you have for us this week, Dr. Scientist?
First, I'd like to say, did you see that Tom Hanks made a pen pal in Australia whose name is Corona? Like, the kid sent him a letter that he was being picked on in school, so Tom Hanks sent him a typewriter. It was like, you can just mail me things. And
Just send him a typewriter.
Yeah.
Kid's like, what the fuck do I do this?
Well, he said, it says in like the letter he sent to him that get an adult to show you how to use it. That just shows you he's a good guy.
I don't know. Enough, not according to QAnon.
Nice.
You got
Very
me there.
nice. Yeah. What now, Scientist?
All right.
And watching this movie made me think of another Tom Hanks flick that almost is exactly like this.
Angels and Demons.
Nope. Catch Me If You Can.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah, it's about a forger who Tom Hanks is an FBI agent trying to track him down.
It's a good movie. I haven't seen it. Well, I did just watch it not too long ago, but
It's been a while since I saw it.
is that Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the Lara Croft of the movie.
Yes, exactly.
The Master Forger.
I believe it's based on a true story, or
Yes.
even a true story altogether.
It is a true story because at the end they tell you what happened with their lives.
Kind of like Below.
Yes.
Frank Abagnale. It's his true story.
Yes.
Don't know why I remember that. Please consult your local library if you'd like to learn more about Tom Hanks or Frank Abagnale.
Or Catch Me If You
That'll
Can.
take us to... That'll take us to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Chump Slap, fuck, marry, kill.
Every week, Dr. Syintist and I pick 3 characters from the game we just talked about, and then Chump Slap has to decide which one he's going to have sex with, which one he's going to marry, and which one he's going to murder. This week, Dr. Syintist, it's your turn to pick 2 of the 3 characters. So who do you got?
All right, I'm going to go easy and pick Lara Croft, but she's all blocky. Like in the game.
Fair enough. Like in real life.
Yeah.
Even like sharp.
Yeah, exactly like it was in the game, but in IRL.
Okay.
Even with the low def face.
I'm listening.
And my other pick, let's go with Natla, but not the winged version.
The regular lame ass, the Voss version.
Yeah, the old lady Karen version.
Yeah. She had a weird looking face.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
But she's high def. She's IRL normal.
But does she have a weird forehead?
Yes, yeah. She has a weird forehead, almost a cone head.
All right.
All right, Jesus. I'm going to go with Shotgun Sam.
Okay. Any weird limitations?
No modifiers. This is whatever version of Shotgun Sam you want to get with. So those are Shotgun Sam, Natla in high def with the weird forehead, and Lara Croft all blocky and shit.
Let's see here.
I was thinking about taking all 3 thugs at once.
I think I'll marry Shotgun Sam.
Interesting choice.
Okay,
I want that
okay.
sweet duster.
You can share it.
Yeah. Be walking around in that shit. It's like his varsity jacket.
Perfect.
And then I'll have sex with Natla because she's technically a god. So,
Yeah, I can see
you know,
that.
might be neat. Plus, she's high def. Weird forehead, but
Nice.
I'll put like a Satan mask on her or something.
That's even weirder.
And then we'll... Yeah, but do you see the forehead? It looks like a Neanderthal. It was weird. So that leaves me to kill Lara Croft.
The blocky version.
Wow.
Yeah. Pixelated blood is spilling all over the place.
She never even bled, though. Even when she was like shot and stuff. So how do you know she's dead?
You locking those choices in?
Well, that's the lock. So
Jesus Christ. All right. So let's recap. You're going to marry Shotgun Sam for the sweet duster.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to fuck Natla.
The god.
the god.
The god. Natla the god. And then you were going to murder Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody knows what it's like for 2 gods to fuck, so.
Well, let's say the internets just took huge umbrage with the fact that you want to murder Lara Croft out of those 3. Well, two of which are the villains. But you know, so let's say they wanted to send us an email in 5,000 words of why you're wrong. Where would they send that to, Sir Chump Slap?
You just send it to plottytime@gmail.com.
Perfect. And if they wanted to send all of the erotic pictures of Blocky Laura to us on the socials, where would they send that to, Dr. Scientist?
At Plotty Time on Instagram and Twitter.
Perfect. Well, that does it for us this week. So get out there, play some games, and please don't murder Lara Croft.
And don't drink bleach.
But you can murder Bigfoot.
Peace.
Please.